I realised 3 males were following me. I was like, yeah, they're coming for me, put their hoods up, put a mask on. As I went to pull for my weapon, they already had weapons out on them. The minute you pick up that knife and you put it in your pocket, you either end up using it or one gets used on you. Either way, it doesn't end well.
So what was your life like before the stabbing?
Mum had issues with like alcohol, with substances. So ended up being like me and my 2 younger brothers. And it got to the point where I had to go and end up do things, to end up bringing money. Obviously money was spent on other things, So yeah, I was involved in drugs, I was involved in dealing, and don't get me wrong, the money I was getting was okay because I was able to buy food. I was buying my brother's clothes and taking them to school.
Did you carry a knife yourself?
At first, no. It was only to the point where you see these older males from different areas carrying weapons, carrying guns, carrying knives. So at that point, I knew, I was like, okay, I need to now carry more weapons because I'm very vulnerable.
Can you walk us through the day that you were stabbed?
I had my package and I took it to an out of area. And as I was making my way back with another package, I realised 3 males were following me. I got on the train coming back and I could just see 3 boys just completely staring at me, and they put a mask on. That's when I jumped off the next train, and the 3 boys jumped off and followed me, and I ran and they chased me. As I got cornered, they went to pull for my weapon. They already had weapons out on them, so I just got my bag and I put it in front of me and I tried to defend myself. And all of a sudden I remember just blue lights turned up, police turned up, and a couple of boys ran off, and I know 2 of them got arrested, and I'm not sure what happened to the 3rd one, but I was breathing heavy and I was very disorientated, and the police officer said, "You're all right, mate, you're all right." And I just looked and I just felt a hot, then a cold, then like a tingling down my left arm. And as I looked, clearly I'd been stabbed, and all my left arm was red and it was dripping. And a big pool of blood was on the floor, literally just dripping out of my fingers and out my side. And I just remember I was just fading, I was wobbling like this. And all I remember was the police officer got his thing and just radioing for assistance. And I just remember waking up then a couple of days later in the Cardiff hospital. I just woke up and my grandparents were there. I could just see the fear in my grandmother's eyes, and my grandfather could see it as well. And that upset me a little bit because I know a lot of people will go, the last people you want to hurt really is your grandparents. And my grandfather said to me, I was watching the doctors perform to try and save your life, my grandson. Just that knock-on effect that it has on the family really made me really sad. I couldn't make sense of none of it. The doctor said to me, look, the reason you're alive is because there's a bystander in a home watching this happen and called the emergency services. That was the reason I was alive, because the call was made in time. I was in hospital 5 days. There were some quite concerns about maybe some of my organs might have been damaged. I had to have crutches because I couldn't hardly walk. And I just sat at home, just sat there, loathing, feeling sorry for myself. I felt guilt, shame, I was very embarrassed. I was also still scared because I still think that these people who did attack me might come again. I felt I went to a more of a darker place at that point, because now, at this point, I've been injured, I can't do no sports, no one's going to employ me. So all that turmoil was going on inside of me.
Your younger self in that position, knife in pocket, back on, came to you now, what would you say? I
say to these young people, do you know the impact that this could have, on other people in your life? Not just on you, but the people surrounding you as well. The impact that it has. As I said, what effect it had on my grandparents, the effect it had on my brother, even on me to this day. I take off my top and those scars remind me of what I did and what could have happened. With young people today, I would say the same thing. Do you know where you're going if you do this? Because the minute you pick up that knife and you put it in your pocket, you either end up using it or one gets used on you. Either way, it doesn't end well.